It's time to blow your own mind. Yes. Hi there, and welcome back to the Lisa Nichols Show, where I share the tools that both you and I need to live the life that we deserve, the life that we want, and to really live our lives by design. We are the designer of our own destiny. We are the author of our own autobiography. Here, we learn how to write a best-selling life story. I love reading your comments. I really do. I love watching your life jump through the computer. I love to watch it jump through the content. I love taking a peek inside your life just based on what you say. And I love seeing how much we have in common, watching you engage with each other on these episodes. It's really powerful. In the episode, how to rediscover you. Kalia Savior says, quote, "No one took me away. I gave myself away. If I gave myself away, then, quote, I have to get myself back. BOL. She said, I had a major BOL with that. And Lakisa, Ms. Body Ever says, quote, I need this. I'm at a crossroad in my life and I feel as if I have no self. I have no value for self. I need to find who I am so I can start loving me. This video has awakened me to just that, and I thank you. You are welcome, Lakisa. It's my pleasure. I've had times in my life where I needed to remind myself that I was my own rescue. I needed to remind myself that no one's going to come and love me more than I'm loving me, that I'm showing them how to love me, that when I don't honor me, and when I say honor, I don't mean like I'm blatantly dishonoring Lisa. I'm not doing things that are obvious, but I am doing the not so obvious, meaning I'm not setting healthy boundaries, or I'm speaking but nothing's coming out of my mouth. You know that time when you have a whole conversation going on in your head on how you need to speak to someone and what you need to let them know about who you really are, but nothing crosses your lips? That was me for years. And it wasn't until I stopped to go, hold on, I have to get back to Lisa. I remember when my son was 3 years old. He's in his 20s now. When he was 3 years old, I was diagnosed as clinically depressed. And I remember Dr. Bray looking at me and saying, Lisa, you are clinically depressed. And I thought, it was like hearing Charlie Brown's parents talk, want, 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 want. I know she didn't just say Lisa Nichols and clinically depressed in the same sentence. Yes, she did. And she prescribed me medication, and I asked her, could I try some other things as well? And she said, absolutely. And I remember going home that day, and what I said in the mirror was exactly what has come back in a couple of our comments. I remember saying, you know, in the abusive relationship that I just crawled out of, and being a parent of a now 3-year-old son, I think I lost myself. I lost myself in who was I to him, and I lost myself in being the parent to him. I didn't know who I was to Lisa. I launched into a 6-month journey of finding Lisa. I felt like I was Dora the Explorer. I put on my hat, I turned on the light, and I went searching. So I love that we get to search and discover together. I love the question, what's the difference between a realistic goal and an unrealistic goal? Especially in this day and time when we're encouraged to dream big. Well, Let me say that oftentimes we have a tendency to set ourselves up while we're dreaming with good intention. We unconsciously are setting ourselves up for failure. And the way we're setting ourselves up for failure is not the fact that we're dreaming and not the fact that we're dreaming big. The fact that our big dream doesn't have a plan. Our big dream stays a macro dream. It stays a macro idea, and we don't break our macro idea up into micro steps. And so, an unrealistic dream, number one, is a dream that doesn't have a plan. I tell everyone, if you have not made a plan, you just made a plan to fail. Like if you didn't make a plan, then you actually did make a plan. You made a plan to not do anything. So one, it needs to have an executable plan. A realistic dream has an executable plan. I know that doesn't sound fun, and dreamers are dreamers, and planners are boring. Nope. Dreamers are dreamers, and planners are making dreams come true. So can you be both? Can you live in the sky and the dream and the possibility? And can you live on paper with some deliverable and buy-win dates? A dream becomes unrealistic when it's so big that you can't see the small steps on how you're going to get there. And a dream is also unrealistic when it takes you from 1 to 100 and you didn't make 10 the dream. You didn't make 20 the dream. There's nothing wrong with going from 1 to 10 and then from 10 to 20. We think we get extra points when we go, no, I want 100. Well, something happens, and I really want you to hear me. Something devastating happens every time you set a dream or a goal and you don't hit it. It's worse than anything else that could occur in your life. And that is every single time you set an unrealistic dream up and you don't hit it, you lose just a little bit of faith and hope in yourself. And I mean, man, the last thing you want to do is lose faith and hope in you. And so I know it sounds crazy, but if you really think you can hit goal at 50, then set the goal for 30. You're not playing small. You are already operating at 10. So set a goal that gives you milestones and micro wins. And then ultimately you accumulate enough micro wins. And with every micro win, smaller goal that you hit, you gain a little bit of confidence. And then you hit that next small goal, you gain a little bit more confidence. And all of a sudden you're like that choo-choo train. And now you're moving. And before you know it, you have micro goaled yourself to a macro goal. You have small dreamed yourself or medium dreamed yourself to a ginormous outcome. There is no way you could have told me I would touch over 36 million people. There's no way you could tell me that I would have a global brand and touch people across over 57 different countries. There's no way you could have told me I would run a multi-million-dollar business. But you could have told me I was going to inspire a few people. You could have told me I was going to start in Los Angeles and I was going to inspire people in LA. And then I'm going to inspire people in Southern California. And then I'm going to inspire people in all of California. That's exactly what I focused on. It's just a little micro win and another micro win. And you look up and you look at the body of your life, the entire body of your work, and it reaches further than you ever imagined. But here's what I would say. Make sure you're dreaming for the right reasons. Make sure that your big, medium, small, micro, or macro dream is for the right reason. Make sure you're dreaming to add value to this world. Make sure you're dreaming to produce change and transformation. I don't care if you're not a transformational speaker, but you want to impact others. You want to set an example and infect people's lives with something that makes them want to stand on their tippy toes by who you're being. Make sure your dreams aren't small. Small dreams are just when you want to make a lot of money. That's a small dream because it's only about you, unless you're going to use 90% of it to transform the planet. Don't dream small. Make it bigger than you. And know that success is a byproduct of doing good work. So make sure your dreams are planting seeds in the soil that you're going to fertilize, that you're going to water. And make sure your dreams have realistic dates, buy wins, and deliverables. Make sure your dreams have someone else who knows about them. Because a dream is a dream. Shh, it's not a secret. It's a dream. And when you trust in yourself that you'll make the dream true, you'll tell someone. Give your dream a chance by putting it in a plan and placing it in a community. And I know no better community than this one. So I cannot wait to hear your dream. Remember, this show is not a monologue. No way, Jose. No way, no way, no way. This show is a conversation. It's a conversation between you and I and a few thousand, hundred thousands of amazing people from all around the world. This show is about having a forward-moving, conscious conversation, dialogue that inspires all of us to access the best version of us. And in order to do that, I need to hear from you. I don't just want to hear my voice. I sure want to hear yours as well. I love hearing your voice. What was the biggest lesson that you learned from this episode? When you dream, are you dreaming macro? Are you dreaming micro? Are you dreaming in milestones? When you dream, is it realistic? Are you setting dates? What was your BOL, breakthrough out loud? Oh my God, I need to put some dates to it. I need to put a community around it. I need to not keep it a secret. Please leave your comments below. Be sure to subscribe. And I want you to look out for more delicious, transparent, family-oriented, future-forwarding conversations. After all, I'm going to tell you each time you come, this is your home. And we are your tribe. And I am honored to consider myself your sister in prosperity and in possibility. And I don't care if you look at 59 of my videos. I hope that behind every one, or at least every other one, you hear me say, I believe in you. And you hear me say that I love you. Because I'm not sure if you ever get tired of that. But I don't ever get tired of people reminding me that they believe in me or that they love me. And I both believe and love you. I do. I'll see you soon.